The alkanes will give a clean flame. If it is the aromatic hydrocarbon like this, it will give a sooty flame. Black color particles will be present. Carbocation, that is benzene carbocation or arenium ion will form with the sigma complex. This arenium ion is stabilized by resonance. The attachment of bulky hydrocarbon part to the nitrogen bases prevents it from fitting into the double helix of DNA. Hello everyone, this is Harshita Bhavasar from Vidyashram School of Excellence. Today we are starting up session 7 from the chapter Hydrocarbons. In the last class, we have discussed about aromatic hydrocarbons, its classification and the nomenclature, the aromaticity with the Huckel's rule and preparation of aromatic hydrocarbons. So in this session, we will discuss about physical properties, chemical properties and carcinogenicity and toxicity of hydrocarbons. So what are the physical properties of aromatic hydrocarbons means? Aromatic hydrocarbons are colorless, non-polar liquids or solids having characteristic odor. Aromatic hydrocarbons, it can be solids or it can be liquids also. It is present in both the states. So, if it is colorless, it will be non-polar liquids and solids with characteristic odor, that is aroma. They are burnt with sooty flame. When we are doing the inorganic salt, that is qualitative analysis of inorganic salt, that time we will test for sooty flame. That time the alkanes will give a clean flame. If it is the aromatic hydrocarbon like this, it will give a sooty flame. Black color particles will be present. They are insoluble in water and are soluble in organic solvents. These aromatic hydrocarbons, usually it will not soluble in polar solvent. It will insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvents. These are the physical properties of aromatic hydrocarbon. Now we will move on to chemical properties, that is chemical reactions. Benzene undergoes substitution, addition and oxidation reactions. Okay. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Benzene has highly delocalized electron cloud which accounts for its unusual stability. We have seen that structure of benzene and stability of benzene. It is having more unusual stability and there is a presence of delocalization pi electron cloud. It resists addition reaction and preferably undergoes substitution reaction. It is having unusual, due to the unusual stability, it can undergo addition reaction also, it can undergo various kinds of substitution reactions also. And there is a chance of getting the involvement of attack of electrophilic reagent. In benzene, there is everywhere pi orbitals are present, p orbitals are present. You know that p orbitals will be always perpendicular to the plane of a benzene. So, the perpendicular nature of p orbital will exhibit or will attract the electrophile. That's why here the electrophilic reagent, the attack of electrophilic reagent is more usual thing. The common electrophilic substitution reaction of benzene are halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation. These are the substitution reaction which can used or which can seen in the benzene electrophilic substitution. First we will see the halogenation. We know that halogenation means any kind of halogen will be added for the benzene. When benzene and halogens are heated in the presence of Lewis acids like anhydrous, ferric chloride, ferric bromide and aluminium chloride, haloarenes are obtained. This is benzene. Any kind of halogen will be treated with in the presence of Lewis acid like ferric chloride, aluminium chloride, ferric bromide. Okay. Then haloarenes. This is halogen is a prefix halo. This is a arene. We know that aromatic hydrocarbon. So halochlorine or any halobenzene will be formed with hydrogen halide. So we will see the mechanism now. Halogenation of benzene takes place in 3 steps, that is formation of electrophile, attack of electrophile, loss of proton. We will see first formation of electrophile. The catalyst ferric chloride acts as a Lewis acid and accepts a pair of electrons to give Cl plus electrophile, that is chlorine electrophile. Here ferric chloride will act as a Lewis acid. Lewis acid means it will accept the electrons. See here, chlorine means Cl2, it will accepts a pair of electrons, so it will form chlorine electrophile and ferric chloride anion. It will form an electrophile, it will form a nucleophile. Here due to the bond breaking, the electrons will be moved to ferric chloride. So it will be electron deficient. Here attack of electrophile, the electrophile attacks the electron of benzene to form carbocation, which is stabilized by resonance. This is a rate determining step of the reaction, as the rate of reaction is minimum. Here what will happen, this chlorophyll, that electrophile will be added for or will be accepted by the benzene. So it will form intermediate carbocation. Okay. Next, loss of proton by carbocation. The carbocation loses a proton to ferric chloride to form the product called chlorobenzene. Here whatever the carbocation is present, in before step in the formation of electrophile, ferric chloride is having an excess of electron that will be abstracted by benzene, that intermediate carbocation. So it will form chlorobenzene and HCl and ferric chloride. Okay. This is about the halogenation. Next one, nitration. Nitration means the nitrating mixture should be present. The nitrating mixture means concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid should be present. Nitrobenzene is formed when benzene is heated with the mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid called nitrating mixture. So benzene is treated with concentrated nitric acid and concentrated H2SO4 at high temperature. Nitrobenzene will form with the liberation of water. So we will see the mechanism now. First one, formation of electrophile. In the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric acid, acts as a base and forms nitronium electrophile. What will happen? The nitronium electrophile will happen, and before that this is a catalyst or acid catalyst that will be broken as H plus and HS4 minus. One electrophile and one nucleophile will form. See here, HNO3, that will be given to that proton, and here it will form H2O plus and NO2. Here nitronium ion will form. That attack of electrophile, nitronium ion attacks benzene molecule to form carbocation. It is stabilized by resonance. The same step here, this nitronium carbocation will get that ion from the benzene. So it will form carbocation, that is benzene carbocation, or arenium ion will form with a sigma complex. This arenium ion is stabilized by resonance. Loss of proton, here already less electrons are present, that will be decreased by proton, and here electron rich species is present because it is a nucleophile. Due to this nucleophile, the electron will be moved for the arenium ion, then it will form benzene attached with nitrate, okay, with the liberation of H2SO4. Concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst as initiates the formation of nitronium electrophile. This reaction is reversible. Water molecules formed during the reaction are absorbed by the concentrated sulfuric acid. Since the catalyst is sulfuric acid, the water molecule will be liberated, and if we add up the water molecule to the reaction, this reaction will become reversible reaction. Next one, sulfonation. When benzene is heated with fuming sulfonic acid, benzene sulfonic acid is formed. See here, benzene with sulfuric acid, that benzene sulfonic acid will form with the liberation of water. Same thing, formation of electrophile, attack of electrophile, loss of proton will take place, but everywhere the formation of electrophile step is very much important. If you make that electrophile and nucleophile separate, then that attack of electrophile will be easy and loss of proton will be very much easy. The electrophile SO3 is generated in the following acid-base equilibrium between two sulfuric acid molecules. See here, two sulfuric acid molecules is there. That will be SO4, H3O plus and HSO4 minus, that is sulfonic will be formed. Here attack of electrophile. Electrophile SO3 attacks benzene molecule to form carbocation. See here, the attack of electrophile will be shown here, and the carbocation will form. Next one, loss of proton. Wherever the positive charge, that is carbocation site, is present, automatically from the nucleophile the electron will be accepted at the site of carbocation is there. The carbocation finally loses a proton to base HSO4 minus, and the resulting conjugate base of benzene sulfonic acid is neutralized by hydronium ion. See, sulfonic acid is added here. Here H2SO4 will be removed. Here water molecule will be removed. That's why the sulfonic acid will be added here. Sulfonation reaction is reversible. Hence, excess of concentrated sulfuric acid also acts as dehydrating agent. In so many reactions we have seen sulfuric acid is acts as a dehydrating agent, and sulfonation reaction also become reversible due to this dehydrating agent is present. Next one, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Reaction of benzene with alkyl chloride. Okay, alkylation means alkyl chloride should be present. In presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride gives alkyl benzene. See here, chloroethane, when benzene is treated with chloroethane, that is alkyl ethane is present, in the presence of aluminum chloride, the toluene will present, means methyl benzene will form. This alkyl group will attach for the benzene and HCl will be removed. This is another example. If you can add it with, you can treat it with next homologous series also, that is C2H5. Obviously, ethyl benzene will form. This is a common name of methyl benzene. You know that methyl benzene is a IUPAC name for this structure. Mechanism: alkylation of benzene involves following steps, that is formation of electrophile and attack of electrophile, loss of proton. Alkyl halide reacts with electron deficient aluminum chloride to form highly polarized electrophile, which in return releases alkyl carbocation. Here whatever the chloroethane is there, it will be treated with aluminum chloride. It will form alkyl one side, chloride one side. So the alkyl will become electrophile, with the aluminum chloride will be nucleophile. Then attack of electrophile. The resulting polarized electrophile attacks the electron cloud of benzene molecule to form carbocation. If you observe everywhere, the electron cloud will be more towards the double bond. There, due to proton is present here, it will form a carbocation, and that carbocation will loses the proton to form a methyl benzene will form here. Because here nucleophile is having rich electron, that will be obstructed by carbocation which has been formed in previous step. Aluminum chloride is a base. Friedel-Crafts acylation: when benzene and acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride are heated in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, acetophenone will form. See here, in acylation, acetyl chloride we will use usually. With benzene, if it is treated, aluminum chloride will act as a catalyst. Acetophenone will form. It's a ketone functional group. It will be belongs to ketone functional group. The acetophenone will form. If we use acetic anhydride, acetophenone will form. You can use two of the things. Next is addition reaction. Till now we have seen the substitution reaction with the various substituents. Now we are seeing the addition reaction. Within that, hydrogenation. When benzene and hydrogen are heated at a high temperature and high pressure of nickel as a catalyst, cyclohexane is formed. Benzene, 3 hydrogen in the presence of nickel, what will happen? All the hydrogen will added here. The double bond will form as a converted into single bond. Hexene to hexane it will form. Next one, chlorination. Same thing of hydrogenation. In the presence of ultraviolet light, the 3 chlorine molecules add to benzene, produce benzene hexachloride, that is gamaxine, which is used as an insecticide. This chlorine 3 into 2, that is 6 molecule of chlorine will be added surrounding to the benzene. In the presence of UV light, the benzene hexachloride will form. It will be used as insecticide. The application of this product is insecticide. Next one, oxidation reaction. We know that oxidation reaction means combustion is a basic step. On heating with air, benzene burns with smoky or sooty flame, producing CO2 and water. If we benzene treated with oxygen, carbon dioxide and water molecule will be liberated with a sooty flame, that is black particles will be present in it. Next one, this completes the chemical reaction of aromatic hydrocarbon. Next we'll move on to the carcinogenicity and toxicity. Both are similar, but why we are telling carcinogenicity and why we are toxicity means, toxic means some of the we can relate with the insecticide, pesticide, these are all toxic to our body. But carcinogenic means the cancer cells or the compounds which inhibit the cancer cells to affect like a cancer, those effects will call it as carcinogenic effect. The fused polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbons containing 2 or more benzene ring such as naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthracene, pyrene are toxic, are said to be cancer causing properties. Carcinogenic means cancer causing properties. Such carcinogens are formed during incomplete combustion of organic materials like tobacco, coal and petroleum. You have seen many advertisements like if you use tobacco it will lead to cancer, if the old method of heating or cooking, that coal will be used, if it is that overall leads to the incomplete combustion in our body also. Okay, incomplete combustion means that all the particles will not converted into gaseous structure, that some particles will be some particles will be present in our body. So carbon particles or any kind of particles will be present in our lungs. So respiratory problem might cause. Respiratory is the very least problem, but if it turns for the cancer, it cannot be treated very fastly, you know that. It is believed that when such carcinogens enter the body, they are converted into epoxides and subsequently to dihydroepoxides. We know that the tobacco or coal, any particles if enter to the body, till entering it will be epoxide. After entering and reacting with our body, it will form dihydroxy epoxides. The nitrogen bases present in a DNA and RNA of the human cells react with dihydroepoxy. The attachment of bulky hydrocarbon part to the nitrogen bases prevents it from fitting into the double helix of DNA. What is the problem of dihydroxy epoxides means? It will attach very soon to the nitrogen which is present in a DNA and RNA. So the double helix strand whichever getting fixed very oftenly, it will not happen because this epoxide will get attached for that and the overall mutation will take place. It will affect in a negative way. This damage causes mutation and ultimately leads to cancer. If the overall a negative way of mutation is taking place means obviously it leads to cancer. So some of the examples of carcinogenic hydrocarbons are naphthalene, that is fused ring, 2 rings means naphthalene, 3 means anthracene. If at the ortho position another benzene ring is placed means that is phenanthracene. This is completely fused from all the 4 sides, that is pyrene. Here 1,2 benzanthracene is formed, 1,2 position benzene is formed for the anthracene, that's why 1,2 benzanthracene. These are the few examples of carcinogenic materials or carcinogenic property holding substances. So this completes your hydrocarbons chapter. I hope you have understood completely whatever I have taught from the previous session. We'll meet in the next new topic. Thank you.